crying out. I have just watched every single episode of One Piece. Now I think I should watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Hello?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm about to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I didn't know you were an anime fan.
Yeah, I actually just finished One Piece. I watched all 1,006 episodes so far. Even though the show hasn't ended yet, and it probably never will. But I don't care, it's an awesome show.
Funny thing, so did I. But, no, okay. You're supposed to call me.
Huh? Why?
Because your new movie just came out.
Oh, I thought it wouldn't be out for 3 months.
It's been 3 months.
Okay then.
Now, let's try this again. Hello?
What's up?
No! This is a parody of Scream, not Scary Movie. Besides, you were only in one of those movies. One!
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, take that. Hello?
Hello, Matthew.
Aren't you gonna ask me what my favorite scary movie is?
But I already asked you that. You told me it was Silence of the Lambs.
God. Then, say something else.
Okay, I'm hiding somewhere in your house. And, it's someplace you'll never find me. I'm gonna jump out, and I'm gonna murder you, in 2 minutes if you don't find me. I'm hiding somewhere in your house. And, you better get me, or else I'll jump out at you. And, I'll stab you to death and, tear out your organs, just like I did to Drew Barrymore. Damn it! You are the worst person I've ever had to work with.
What? What's wrong with me?
Hello, you thought my name was Scream. You didn't even watch any of my movies when you were 12 years old. And what makes you think you're awesomer than me? Awesomer isn't even a word.
Oh, come on, that was nearly 10 years ago. I was super cocky back then.
I miss Wes Craven.
Yeah, me too. But you gotta admit, these new directors are pretty damn good as well.
Yeah, that's true. Even though they directed Devil's Due.
Wait, they directed Devil's Due?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Look it up.
Oh, they did. Now I'm really happy Ready or Not didn't suck. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time it's going to be on Scream, or in this case, Scream 5, because, yeah, it's basically Scream 5. Now, Scream 5 is the latest installment in the Scream series, but it's not directed by Wes Craven because, of course, he passed away nearly 7 years ago. So that's why the guys of Ready or Not are going to be in charge of this one, which I thought this was a great slasher film. It was a lot of fun. It was surprisingly very smart, too, and it has a crazy final act that I thought was pretty underrated. So I could not wait to see this movie, despite the fact that it was going to be in January, because you know how horror films in January almost never work. But let's just get into the film. So it's been years upon years since, you know, it's been like, well, of course, this is still in the same universe as the sequels. It's not like Halloween where they just completely ignore the other sequels, because unlike Halloween, most of the sequels were pretty good. So in this film, we follow a young girl named Sam, who is actually the daughter of one of the serial killers in the first film. And this time around, of course, Ghostface is back going on another killing spree, and of course, you know, she tries to get Sidney Prescott, Dewey, and Gale, all those characters return in this film. Just it focuses more on new characters than they do the old ones. And that kind of scared me a bit because, you know, we love the old characters, but the new characters, they're not that bad, to be honest. I'm really surprised. I actually did like some of the new characters in this film. Now, of course, when it comes to the Scream movies, they make fun of the horror genre a lot. The first sequel, Scream 2, made fun of, you know, horror movie sequels. In this film, the fact that it was reviving the series makes fun on, I think, the biggest thing that we get a lot nowadays. Toxic fandoms and how new movies to old franchises cause fans to go crazy and just completely rip apart, movie franchises. That's like Star Wars fans, how much they hate the sequels because they just completely ruin them. And not only that, the horror movies too, because some people really did not like the new Halloween film, the 2018 film, and a lot of people really didn't like the new Candyman movie, how critics loved it, but fans just ripped it apart for having social commentary and not being that scary, just like the original Candyman. They actually make fun of that here, which I was really surprised. And guys, I have to say, this movie was not dunked out in January. No, this was actually the month. Just let the month ignore you, because this movie was actually a lot of fun. I was really happy with the end results of this. It's not just another, revival to a franchise. It's actually paying tribute to the maker of the franchise. There's actually one character called Wes in the movie, and the way they put him in here, I found was very clever. I mean, the character's called Wes, so the way they put him out, it was ingenious. It shows that they really do care about Wes Craven's franchise. Now, not everything works in this one. It's not as well paced as the other movies. I think Scream 3 is the worst out of the franchise, but I felt like in terms of pacing, that one did it a little bit better. But the fact that the movie is more slow than the other ones, that's not to say that what was going on Scream was absolutely horrible. I mean, the performances, they were all great in the movie. Even the new characters weren't all that bad. Of course, there are some characters there. Most of the characters are there just to be killed. Like, exactly who's going to be getting killed off and stuff like that. And it does pay a bit of tribute to the original film. It does have a bit of that nostalgia vibe, because the house that the killer lived in is back. So yeah, there's nostalgia in it, but it's not just there for nostalgia, okay? It's actually trying new tropes and stuff that we get a lot nowadays. And it does have references to newer modern horror films, like The Babadook, Hereditary. It was all great to see. And there's actually some really cool hidden details here and there. And, yeah, I was just on the edge of my seat and just really enjoying the film for it being another bloody fun time, and also having a lot of creative stuff that we get a lot in, tropes and stuff. A brand new one that we get a lot of nowadays. Well, not really brand new, but one that we see a lot of in terms of the new millennium and stuff like that. Guys, in the end, Scream, I'm sure Wes Craven would be proud of this one, because this movie doesn't do anything to ruin the franchise. It doesn't do anything to completely destroy it. The characters are still there. New ones and old, I thought, were great. Definitely prefer the old ones more than the new ones. But the new ones, they were solid as well. And they actually do have a purpose. Kind of like the new characters in the new Candyman. I will say, I think Halloween and Candyman are just a tad bit better. But in terms of this one was a lot of fun. Okay, it's not quite as funny as the other films, because that's another thing the films are known for. They're comedy. They're not always serious. The franchise is still self-aware, and so is this one, but this one went for a more serious route. Like, there's one scene, obviously, no spoilers, really hit me. Like, it's not, like, heartwarming. It's far from heartwarming, but it really got me under my skin, and I was just like, whoa. Like, you have to see the movie for yourself, because you'll understand what I'm going for. But I really enjoyed this one. I think it's the best in the series since the fourth movie. The first and fourth movie are the ones that I watched the most. I enjoyed the second movie, but there was just something about the first and the fourth that I just thought worked really well. But in this one I thought is a great tribute to a fantastic horror director. Of course, not all of Wes Craven's movies were great. I mean, My Soul to Take was awful. Cursed, I also thought was awful. But hey, Wes Craven was still an awesome director, and I think this was a great tribute to that awesome director. This definitely made up for the disappointment that was Halloween Kills. I'm not sure if they're going to set up a new franchise with this. I am kind of curious to see what they're going for with this, but, hey, I thought this was a really, really fun one, and you should definitely see it if you're a longtime fan of the series, just like me. It's been nearly 8 years since the actual real first time I watched the Scream movies. I had a marathon with my dad. We watched all the Scream films in a weekend. It was just so much fun. It was some of the first R-rated horror films I saw, so seeing Scream on the big screen, a new one, it was just a blessing. To see on a big screen and at home on a streaming service, because, yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest, it sucks with new releases just being on streaming, but, hey, I had a really fun time with this one. Hopefully you will too. I do have another movie I'm going to review that I also saw. I actually really cannot wait to talk about my next movie that I'm going to review, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.